This course is presented by TTJ Tech Services and Stir It Up Studios.
And now, to the glory of God and the benefit of listeners everywhere, it's iPad for all computing.
There we go. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Father, in the name of Jesus, once again, it is a joy to do your will, so we come to you because we need you. Everything that we do, every good thing that we have, that we do, that we experience, all of it, every good thing that we say, it's all because of you and through you and with you and only in you, Lord. And so we thank you and we praise you that we're so blessed, and we thank you that this session will be a blessing to those who listen. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Well, praise God, and welcome to iPad for All Computing. There are 3 classes this week and 3 classes next week. Don't forget that. Tomorrow, come back right here to the same place. And don't forget that our final week of class then, just 2 weeks from now, we will be having 3 classes also, but they will not be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, due to Memorial Day. So that is the schedule for the remainder of class. And we are going to begin today by talking about the Apple Numbers app. We've got 2 apps to get through today. We've got a lot in the remaining sessions that are left, a packed agenda in each one. And so we're going to get right into things today. Numbers is the spreadsheet app. I'm going to put the original audio on because we're going to be demonstrating that for sure.
Done. Button. Speech off.
And I will be using a second iPad just to make things a bit easier. Well, maybe I won't actually. I don't know. We're going to try it on the same iPad. And if I need to, I'll switch to the second one. But the Numbers app allows us to create spreadsheets and to create formulas and really to create powerful data sets and tables and all sorts of things that you might use for calculations. Now, I view spreadsheets as something a bit more advanced, right? Compared to something like writing a letter. Everybody creates documents at one point or another. Does everybody create a spreadsheet? It depends on who you ask. I would say no. I don't think that's something that everybody does, but I've talked to other people who say, oh yeah, everybody should know how to do that. Well, I think the middle ground is to show you the basics, and we're not going to get into the advanced stuff. To be honest with you, I'm not sure I know the advanced stuff. I don't create advanced spreadsheets. What might you use a spreadsheet for? Well, we can use a spreadsheet for anything that we want to compare and contrast, where we want to see the sets of data, where we want to organize data. One of the most common things that individuals and families might create a spreadsheet for is a budget or a list of expenses. When doing your income taxes, maybe you have a spreadsheet that shows all of your income and all of your outgo and the different things you've spent money on, and keeping track of all of that. And some people use other apps for that, and we may touch on that later on here in the next couple of weeks before the end of class. But definitely a spreadsheet is one way that you can do that. You also might use, from a business perspective, you could use, I've used spreadsheets for invoicing customers. Now, that's not normally how I would invoice an individual customer, because we have a system that does that. But oftentimes when I work with state agencies, government agencies, they are not using Apple Pay or a credit card. They are instead using a check a physical check, or an auto debit, ACH check, or some kind of purchase order or something that they might use, right? And so they need a physically written invoice that they can keep on their records. And so in those cases, I absolutely do use numbers to create those invoices. And there is an actual invoice template that Numbers offers. There are other things that you can use numbers for as well. Again, it's anything you need to keep track of, compare and contrast. Um, and so we're actually going to do a very simple spreadsheet. We're going to, and I've done this one before, so those who have been in our prior classes, this is going to sound very familiar, because we're going to do something we've done in almost every demonstration of the Numbers app, and that is we're going to compare ice cream flavors. Spring is here, summer's well on the way, praise God. We think about ice cream sometimes, right? And so we're going to compare strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, three very popular flavors of ice cream, and we're going to pretend that we have a number of people, both boys and girls, who like different flavors of ice cream. And so we want to know, out of a total number of, let's say, I don't know, maybe we won't even pick the number ahead of time. Maybe I'll just use numbers, to get there. But let's say out of a total number of 10 girls and 10 boys each, right? 20 people total. How many of them like different flavors of ice cream? And so, we might say that there are, 4 girls that like strawberry, and 4 that like chocolate, and 2 that like vanilla, right? And that equals 10. And maybe for the boys, it's going to be, slightly different. So we're going to compare and contrast. We can see that out in front of us in this spreadsheet. Now, in case anyone's not sure, the tables in these sheets are comprised of rows and columns, right? And as you move across the spreadsheet, the document, you are moving from column to column. It's just like your grid of apps on the home screen where you have rows and columns, right? And so it's the same idea. As you move across, you're moving from column to column. Some spreadsheet apps will letter their columns, so you'll hear like A1, B1, C1, D1, and so on. And then as you go down the page or down the spreadsheet, you're actually now seeing rows. Row 1, row 2. So you could have row A1. You could have row B1. You could have row B2, B3, C1, C2. You get the idea. As you move across, you're going from column to column. Down, you're going from row to row. Now, the Apple Numbers app works great with both the on-screen experience as well as with the keyboard. And the more advanced we get, the more you're going to want to use the keyboard. And we're going to see just how there are some really big benefits to using the keyboard as well here in a little bit, because we may do a formula. So let's go ahead, and I think we've given you a basic understanding. Let's go ahead and get into this spreadsheet.
Speech on, hold N. GarageBand, skip pages, numbers.
There's the
Double tap to open.
Numbers app.
Zoom up more, button, video. Double tap to toggle controls, a green rectangle.
Now, the first time you open this, you might get a welcome screen. I am already in my sheet manager, which is very much like the document manager, in Pages. If you look here.
Numbers, search, shared, toggle sidebar, numbers. Now choose a template, button, new spreadsheet, button.
We have choose a template, we have new spreadsheet, and if we keep swiping to the right, we're going to see our list of existing spreadsheets here.
Toggle sidebar, button.
There is a sidebar that we can show or hide. It is hidden right now.
Selected, recents, tab, shared, tab, browse, tab, 3 of 3.
And that probably sounds very familiar, because just like in Pages, just like in so many different apps, we can view the recent documents. In this case, they are Numbers spreadsheets. We can view the shared spreadsheets, and then we have browse, where we can look in iCloud Drive, on my iPad, maybe Dropbox, wherever you want to look, even external storage, of course. Now, The other thing is, if we keep swiping to the right, I just want to...
More button.
There's a more button again.
Search. App level. Numbers file. 3/13/26. 9:03 p.m.
All right, here's a spreadsheet I created for my daughter and a friend of hers called App Eval for evaluation. I may show that to you.
Service cost Volbrecht E_C. Numbers file. 1/14/26. 11:55 p.m.
There's a spreadsheet I created for my mom and dad who were considering switching internet providers and TV providers and so on, and I did a comparison for them of what they're paying with what they were paying with their prior provider versus what they would pay with the new one. We may look at that too, because it'll help you to understand this.
Finances 2021. Numbers file.
Now that says 2021. It's actually more recent than that.
12/16/25.
I just didn't change the name of it. Instead of duplicating it and renaming it, I just didn't do that. But let's go ahead and open one of these because it'll help us to see what it is that this is laid out like, just in case you are not sure of what spreadsheets really are or how they work. Because again, I don't know where everybody's coming from on this. I'm certainly not trying to insult your intelligence, but I don't know how many people really know what a spreadsheet looks like, or does, how many people don't. As I said, to me, it doesn't seem like something that everybody does, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm in the minority there. But I do them sometimes, but I needed somebody to really explain to me what they look like, so I want to do that for you. So let's open up this App Eval. Now, what is this about? Well, my daughter and a friend of hers decided that someday they might like to create an app, and they're very interested in creating an app that reminds them to read their Bible devotionals or to do other things, and then as they do those other things, it rewards them with like screen time to watch videos or do other fun things on their phones and so on. And they're trying to create this, they hope to someday create this. Now, in the process of that, they said to me, what are the steps in order to do this? What are the kinds of things that we need to do? And of course, there's a lot that they need to do, and they need to learn how to develop apps and how to code and all that. But even as a separate part of the whole experience, I advised them that one of the first things they need to do is download every app they can get their hands on, every app they can think of that is in that same category that performs similar functions, and even ones that don't. And what they need to do is they need to write down what they like about that app and what they don't like about that app. And the reason I want them to do this is because that will give them a really good exposure to UI or user interface, right? When you're creating an app, how is that app going to look? Are you going to create a tabbed app, tabs at the bottom? Are you going to create a hamburger menu at the top with different choices? Are you going to create, what is your app actually going to look like on screen? And I believe one of the greatest ways to make that decision is to look at existing apps and see what you like, what you don't like, and how they're set up. So what I did was I created a simple spreadsheet for her that she could download apps and answer questions about them and compare and contrast them. So if we open
App level.
this
Numbers
document,
file. App level. Numbers file. Back button.
now,
Close.
okay, I got
button.
a little tip on the screen here.
Browse the Content Hub. Heading. Find curated photos, graphics, backgrounds, and shapes to elevate your spreadsheet.
All right, this is just a note about the Content Hub with the Creator Studio. So,
Find close button.
okay,
Back button.
I'm in the spreadsheet. It did not say that it's opened in reader mode, probably because I created it on this iPad in the first place. And so what I have here, if I were in reader mode, I could go over to the edit button just like in Pages, or I could two-finger double tap just like in Pages, but we won't do that now, certainly while we're on Zoom, or we'll disconnect the call because that overrides that. So this app is set up very much like Pages. You have a back button at the upper left.
Back button.
And if we keep swiping to the right,
App level. Actions menu button.
you might remember that from Pages, where you can rename this document if you double tap on that, and there are other choices. Let's see.
Image app-eval.numbers. Share button.
I'm swiping right. See, there's a share button.
Numbers spreadsheet, middle dot, 144 kilobytes. Rename button.
There's rename.
Move button. Set password button. Hide comments button. Export button. Print button. Dismiss context menu.
All right.
Button.
A lot of the
Empty
same stuff we've seen in other apps, like Pages, for example. And I am not going to need to rename this because I've already done that. So I just want to go to the right and show you.
What we didn't like. What
Okay,
we like.
I got to go back up to the top.
App. Super resolution. Dimmed button. Insert table. Insert chart. Insert shape. Insert media button. Content hub button. Format button.
Very much like Pages, right? It's been a while, I know, but if you remember back, that's exactly what Pages looked like. You have the content hub, you have these individual insert options, and you have format so we can adjust the font and all of those different things. What I really want you to see is what the spreadsheet looks like.
Organize table off button. Undo dimmed. Collaborate button. Share button. More button. New sheet button.
Now we're going to get into the actual spreadsheet. We can have more than one sheet. We don't need to do that.
Selected. App evaluations. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. White 100 background. Double tap to edit sheet title. To change the background color, go to the Actions rotor and select Sheet Format. Actions available.
A lot of good information there. There is an Actions rotor. If I swipe up and down,
Sheet Format. Delete, duplicate, copy, cut, activate,
all those
default.
choices. Now again, I've already renamed this title, App Evaluation.
Selected. App Evaluations. Spreadsheet.
Okay, so we don't need to do that. Let's go to the right.
Apps we've tried. 22 rows. 8 columns. Table name. Apps we've tried. Table start. 22 rows, 8 columns.
Now this is
Double
the...
tap to select the table's name. Use the rotor to access links, misspelled words, comments, highlights.
This is the name of the actual table. It's called Apps We've Tried. The whole sheet is called App Evaluations. This is the particular table, Apps We've Tried, and it told you how many rows and how many columns it had. 22 rows and 8 columns. And I believe I did that very deliberately. I made 8 columns because I think there are 8 categories they're going to compare and contrast across the top. You're going to see those in a moment. And then I put 20, I think 22 rows might have been the default. And I think I just left it at that because I didn't know how many apps they might try. There's going to be a column count handle and a row count handle that I can change the number of columns and rows in the spreadsheet. And as we swipe to the right, you're going to see that. But I'm not going to mess with it on this one because I think it's already the way we wanted it.
App name, row header, row 1, column 1.
Now go back to the left a
Double
minute.
tap table name, selected, app evaluation, new sheet.
Okay.
App name,
So-
row header, row 1, column 1.
See, it's
Double tap to select.
row 1,
Swipe up or
column
down.
1, and notice that it said app name. So that's the very first column. And let's see what the other header columns are.
App developer, purchase price / model, design / layout details, what we liked, what we didn't like, important missing features, things we didn't think of, column header.
Okay, so those are the 8 headers. Everything below that in the future rows, it's going to be apps that they might pick, right? And so the very first one was the name of the app. That's row 1, column 1. And then in row 2, they can put an app name in column 1. In row 3, they can put an app name in column 1, and so forth. Then the next column to the right was the developer. Who's the developer of that app? Then it was the purchase price and model. In other words, is it free with in-app purchases? Is it a subscription? Is there a one-time fee? You know, all of those kinds of things. And then it was what we liked and what we didn't like. So they can actually list, you know, they liked that the app did X, Y, or Z, or they didn't like this, you know. And then it was like, I think the next one was it important missing features?
What we liked, what we didn't like, important missing features.
Right, so this is something, you know, where a person might look at an app and say, oh, well, this app it should have had this, I wish it had this, or I wish it did this, you know. And then finally, things we didn't think of. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's really cool. I should definitely include that if I make an app, you know.
Things we didn't think of.
And so that's that one. So now as you go to the right,
Double tap to select. App developer, empty cell, purchase price / model, empty cell, design / layout details, empty cell, column 4.
notice
Double tap to select.
if we stop on
Swipe up or down.
any of these, it tells us what column it is. And so we're on a, we're in a particular row now, as if we were filling out this information, right?
What we liked, what we didn't like, important missing features, things we didn't think
Let's
of.
go to the next
Empty
row,
cell.
swiping just to the right here,
App name, row header, row 3, column 1.
right? We're now in row 3, so that's going to be our second app. We could,
App developer, empty cell, column 2.
right? So any of these we can enter information into. So I just wanted to show you this first to kind of give you a basic idea. Now, what I didn't notice on here,
Back button.
and I want to see
App purchase price
I can
slash
locate it.
selected. App evaluations. Apps we've tried. App name. Row head. New sheet. More. But share. But new sheet.
interesting
button,
that
apps we've
Try
tried.
to go down to
Empty
the bottom
cell.
here.
Empty. Important missing feet. App name. Row. App evaluations. White background. Apps we've tried. Back but app.
Let's go into
Content format. Collaborate. Share. More. New sheet. Selected. App evaluations. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. Cut. Copy. Duplicate. Delete.
using the rotor.
Sheet format. Activate. Cut. Act sheet
If I
format.
do sheet format,
Sheet. Heading. Name. App evaluations. Background. White 100. Duplicate sheet. Delete sheet. Delete sheet. Duplicate.
Right, so we have
sheet. Sheet. Heading.
those different options. Let's get out of that.
Name. App evaluations. Text field. Apps we've. Name. App. Back button.
Now,
Name. Back. Duplicate. Delete.
let's see what else here.
Sheet. Heading. Back button. Video. Numbers. More.
Let's
button.
try.
Search. App level. Service cost.
Let's try this one now, the service cost one, because I want
Service
to
cost. Back button.
show you one that's a little
Selected. Internet. Row
completed
header.
already.
Table. Column G reference tab. Insert table.
All right.
Insert chart.
Swipe right.
Insert format. Content hub. Organize table. Undo. Share. More. New sheet. Selected. Service costs. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. Service costs. White background. Column count handle. 7 columns. Adjustable. Swipe up or down to add or remove columns in the table.
I want you to listen to that again, because that was very important. That's your column count handle. As we're swiping right through this, this is the column count handle. Listen again.
So, service costs. White background. Column count handle. 7 columns. Adjustable. Swipe up or down to add or remove columns in the table. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value.
As
Swipe
you might,
up or down to
as you might suspect, if you swipe up, you're going to add columns. If you swipe down, you're going to remove them. And that's if you need more columns, if you need fewer columns, you can decide. And you're not going to want to have more columns than what you need, right? So you can decide ahead of time, how is this spreadsheet going to be set up? And in this case, I have 7 columns. I'd say, again, that was very deliberate. I'll swipe to the right and we'll double check. But I imagine I would not have left empty columns here. Now, rows, if you don't know how many things you're comparing, sometimes you're going to have extra rows because you don't want to sort of landlock yourself, right? You want to make sure you have enough rows to add more items. So let's go.
row count handle. 9 rows. Adjustable.
Now that's probably very deliberate also, because I completed this. So this is the service cost for my parents' internet and TV providers and so on. So if we swipe to the right, we'll get an idea, because I actually completed this one for them.
Upper left selection handle. Selected. Included services and costs. 9 rows. 7 columns. Table mover handle. Table start. 9 rows, 7 columns.
We're not going to do any of that. Let's go to the right. I'll bet that other one was in reader mode and I didn't realize it. I don't know, because I didn't see all this stuff, but this is what it should look like.
Column A reference tab. Column B, column F reference.
Going past all the reference tabs, that's just showing you where the columns are. We have all the way through G.
Column G reference tab.
Because
double tap to select.
That would be the 7th one. All right, go to the right.
Table name. Included services and costs.
Right again.
Row 1 reference tab.
Now the row
double
reference
tap.
tab, go to the right.
Service type. Row header. Column header. Row 1. Column 1.
So the first row, the first column is going to be service type. That would be like internet, TV, phone, whatever. Let's look at the next one.
Service description. Column header.
Okay.
Column 2.
That's service description. And you'll get a better feel for that when you go to the next row. Let's go on.
Cost years 1, 2. Column header.
So the first 2 years cost, because you know how those services are. A lot of times it's promotional price for 2 years and then it jumps up after that, right? So I have service cost for years 1 and 2.
Cost year 3, column header,
Cost
column
year
4.
3.
Cost year 4 beyond.
Cost years 4 and beyond for that particular service.
New mail.
Let me get that to do not disturb so we don't. Okay.
Double tap to select.
Now,
Cost year 4 beyond. Double tap to select.
that's it. Okay.
Column header, column 6.
What that means is
Double tap to select. Column header, column 7.
I actually didn't adjust this. I have 2 empty columns. Did you notice that? I have 2 empty columns. We're going to take care of that. So I have 5.
Selected. Service costs. Row count handle. 9 rows. Selected. Included services and costs. 9 rows. Column A. Column B referenced. Column. Row 1 reference tab.
Swiping right.
Service type. Row header. Service description. Cost years 1, 2. Cost year 3. Cost year 4 beyond. Double tap to select. Double
Yeah,
tap
I
to
have 2 empty columns. I don't need them, so I'm going to go back to the column count handle.
cost. Service costs. White column count handle. 7 columns. Adjustable.
And
Selected. Service.
I'm going to swipe down on that because I want to remove the 7th and the 6th column.
Service costs. White background. Row count column count handle. 7 columns. Adjustable.
Now I swiped.
Row column count handle. 6 columns.
Now there's only 6. I still can swipe down one more time and get rid of that 6th one.
Remove column F.
Now
Row column count handle. 5 columns.
there's only 5 columns. I went ahead and got rid of the 2 that I don't need. I apparently never did that before. I don't know why. So now if we swipe right,
Column B reference. Table name. Column E reference
see,
tab.
we only go up to column E. We don't have column F and G anymore. And go to the right.
Row 1 reference tab. Service type. Service description. Cost years 1, 2. Cost year 3. Cost year 4 beyond. Column header. Column 5. Row 2 reference tab.
Notice now we go right to row 2. We don't have F and G anymore because we didn't need them. We removed them. Maybe I thought I was going to need them, and I didn't. So now if we go to the right, we're going to see the rows below that first row, below the header row, so we can see what actually we're comparing here.
Row count handle. 9 selected. Included. Column A reference tab. Column B rep.
Go past all
Row
that.
1 service type.
Right.
Service row 2 service type. Internet. Row header. Row 2.
All right.
Column 1.
So the first one in row 2, the service type is internet. And if we go to the right,
Service description. Verizon FiOS. Column 2.
this is Verizon Fios. Let's go to the right.
Service costs. White background. Service costs. White background. Service costs. White selected.
All right, I accidentally jumped. I'm going to blame the picture-in-picture window.
Cost year 3.
Let's see.
Service description. Verizon. Cost years 1, 2. $69. Column. Cost year 3. $69. Cost year 4 beyond. $84.
All right.
Column 5. Double.
What that shows us is that it's going to cost $69 a month for the first 3 years, and then the 4th year and beyond, it's going to be $84 a month, right? I didn't say monthly, but, we just knew that. Now, let's go to the right.
Row 3 reference tab. Service type. Internet. Row header.
All right.
Row 3.
Here's another
Column 1.
internet service.
Double
Let's
tap
go to the right.
Service description. Verizon FiOS Unlimited. Column 2.
All right, this is
Double tap to cost years 1, 2. $30. Column 3. Cost year 3. $30. Cost year 4 beyond. $30. Column 5.
what are we actually looking at here?
Service type. Internet. Row header. Column 1. Service description. Verizon FiOS Unlimited.
I
Column.
don't even remember why that would be. I don't know what the difference was there. I don't remember. Let's go to the next one.
Row 4 reference tab. Service cost. Service row. Select service.
Let's see. Let's go to the next one because I don't remember what the difference was.
Service type. Internet. Service. Cost years 1, 2.
know.
$30. Row 4 reference. Service type. Internet. Row header. Row 4. Column 1. Service costs. White background.
I don't remember,
Service
guys.
costs. White background.
I really don't.
Row
No idea. I don't know how I set this
Row
up.
4 reference tab. Service type. Internet. Service description. DirecTV via Internet. Choice 250 plus channels. Column 2.
All right, that one's clear. This
Double
is
tap to
TV.
select. Cost years 1, 2, $120. Cost year 3, $176. Cost year 4 beyond, $176.
All right,
Column
that
5.
one's clear. That's their
Double tap to
that's their
select.
TV service, their
Actions
direct
available.
TV via internet. That one's really clear what that one was. I don't understand how I set this up in the other one.
Row 5 reference tab.
But let's
Service type.
see
Internet.
if there's another
Row
one
header.
here.
Row 5. Column 1. Service description. Netflix / HBO Max / Discovery Plus / Peacock / Disney Plus / Hulu / ESPN. Column 2. Cost years 1, 2, $0. Cost year 3, $0. Cost year 4 beyond, $0.
Now the reason those are
Column
listed as $0 is because they're actually included in the direct TV service. So I was comparing that with what they had prior to that, where they were paying for them separately. So you get the idea of how you can do this. Again, I don't remember exactly how I set that up. It made sense at the time, but either way, you can get the point of how we can compare and contrast different services accordingly. So basically, when we want to create our own now, we have an idea of what kinds of things we're going to be looking at. So we're going to create an ice cream flavor spreadsheet where the header column names are going to be flavor. That'll be the first one. And then below that, we'll put, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. And then the next column is going to be the number of girls that like that flavor. The third one is going to be the number of boys that like that flavor. And then the fourth one, or column D, is going to be the total number of people, boys and girls combined, that like that particular flavor. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go back.
Picture, number, column E, column B, table name.
And again, I got to do a little more navigating
Back
because
button.
of my picture-in-picture window, but that's okay.
Numbers.
All right, we're going to create a new spreadsheet.
Choose a template.
Now, just before we
Cancel.
do that, I'll show you some of these templates.
Choose a template. Recents, basic, premium, budgets, personal finance, personal, business, education, recents, heading,
So if I want to use headings, I can show you some of these.
containers, character, screen recognition, vertical, heading, basic, heading, premium, budgets,
Let's
heading,
look, for example, at
personal finance,
personal
heading,
finance.
see all, but, simple budget, one table that lets you record income, a table and chart for entering and visualizing expenses, and a third table that calculates money left over. Personal budget, one sheet with a table and two colorful charts that let you summarize transactions by category, and a second sheet with a table where you can enter transactions. Personal savings, 3 sheets with green and blue accents, each with 2 tables and a chart to calculate savings based on how much you set aside each month and how long you save.
All right, you get the idea of some of the things, and there are more, but some of the things that are in personal finance. What if we went to
Personal, business,
Well, what's under personal?
See all, scrapbook dark tracking, premium content, a table with alternating rows of white and light pale gray brown and black text on a white background, with a pie chart and corresponding legend of earthy, muted tones of green brown, dark purple, dark yellow brown, light gray, and dark red orange, and an image placeholder.
And we noticed that one is called premium. It's a scrapbooking, but notice it said premium content. That means that's available to us as Creator Studio subscribers. Praise God. Let's keep going.
Family colorful bill tracker, premium content, spreadsheet for bill tracking with 10 rows showing the amount, date, and checkboxes for each month of the year, with a small image placeholder in the upper right corner.
I like how it describes in such detail all of these templates and what you can expect to find if you choose them.
Wellness bowl tracker, culinary plain inventory, premium content, spreadsheet for inventory with small image placeholders for 5 items in rows with room for additional information in black text on a white background.
Let's look at the next one.
Business.
Business. Let's look at a couple of those.
Editorial colorful invoice, premium content, business modern invoice, premium content, a section for notes and one table with black text and light vibrant blue text in the header on a light pale yellow background. Startup simple invoice, premium content, spreadsheet with section for notes and one table with black text.
You get the idea. Let's go down here to education.
Education, see all, school simple sign up, premium content, spreadsheet for a sign up sheet with rows for name, homeroom, and presentation topic in white text on a green background.
And of course, there's a lot more there. We're just going to go back up to basic for right now.
BIP personal budget premium basic. See all blank simple table on the white background.
And that's what we're going to use for today.
Blank cancel button.
But I have
selected.
I have used some of these other ones, and it's nice to know that they're there.
Empty cell.
All right,
row.
let's go over here and rename this.
Picture column G reference tab. Picture and double table name. Table 1.
Gotta
Column,
get past
column
that picture in picture.
Select new undo format. Super resolution. Blank 2. Actions menu button.
Yeah, we want to rename this.
Image share numbers spread rename button. Text field is edited.
And
Done. Delete. Selection deleted.
Ice
Blank
cream.
cap I C E R E A M hyphen ice cream.
test
Cap T E at T
2026.
2 0 0 2 2 6 6.
Press the return.
Done.
Done. Now let's go ahead and
Picture number row 1 reference tab back button. Ice cream test 2026.
See?
Actions menu.
It's been renamed.
Button.
Let's go to the right.
Super resolution. Insert.
We're going to go all the way over to the table.
More. New sheet. Button. Selected. Sheet 1. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. White 100 background. Double tap to edit sheet title. New sheet. More.
I could rename this sheet.
Selected. Sheet 1. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. White 100 background. Double tap to edit sheet title. To change the insertion point. Done.
Right now,
Use the rotor to access misspelled words.
we're going to delete what's here.
Delete. Delete.
And we're going to type, we're just going to call it ice cream flavors, I
Cap
guess.
high. Cap India. Action ice cream.
And then we will press the
Done.
done.
Selected. Empty cell.
Now?
Row. Select. Double tap to row 2 reference. Back button.
Let's go over here.
Share. Selected. Ice cream flavors. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. White 100 background.
All right, go to the right.
Ice cream flavors. White background. Column count handle. 7 columns.
Yep, 7 is the default. We don't need 7. What did I tell you? We're going to have 4, right? So let's swipe down 3 times and get rid of 3 of these columns here.
Remove column G. Remove column F. Remove column E.
Now it should say 4 columns.
Ice cream flavors. White background. Column count handle. 4 columns. Adjustable.
Now the rows.
Row count handle. 22 rows. Adjust.
Well, we don't need that many, but I said we're going to do 3 flavors, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. Let's say maybe we want to leave room for others. Maybe sometime we want to analyze peanut butter and Rocky Road and blueberry and mint chocolate chip. And I'm making you hungry probably. But let's get at least some of these rows out of there. We don't need that many.
Remove row 14. Remove row 11.
All right, look, that'll give us 10 rows. That's more than enough.
Column count handle. 4 columns. Row count handle. 10 rows.
Okay, that's going to be more than we're working with today, but it leaves us some room in the future. We can always add more by swiping up, but we don't want to interfere with the size of things. So let's just leave it well enough alone now.
Selected. Table 1. 10 rows. 4 columns. Table mover handle. Table start. 10 rows, 4 columns. Drag action available. Actions available. Use the rotor to access links. Misspelled words.
Let's see
comments,
what our actions
highlights.
are here.
Remove empty rows and columns. Format.
Notice you can do that.
Deselect all.
You can remove empty rows and columns. That's nice.
Drag table. Activate.
Now,
column A reference
I thought
tab.
there was
Table
a,
mover
if
handle.
I double tap,
Ice cream. Selected. Table 1. Table mover handle. Table start. 10 rows, 4 columns.
Okay.
Table move. Ice cream flavor. Row count handle. Column. Selected. Table.
So-
Column count handle. 4 columns. Adjustable. Row count handle. 10 rows.
that's all correct now.
Selected. Table 1. 10 rows. Drag table. Deselect all. Format.
I wonder if I don't remember where the table name is. I thought we could name the table.
Remove empty row. Active. Drag tape. Deselect all. Format.
Is it under format? I don't think
Selected.
so. Let's just,
Table. Button.
Maybe it
One of
is.
Cell. Format. Button. Arrange. Gray column header. Cyan blue. Green column. Yellow
All
orange
of our
column.
colors.
Empty. Rows. Rows. 10. Columns. Columns. 4. Row in column size. Title. Switched button. On. Caption. Switched. Table outline. Alternating rows. Grid options. Table font.
I bet it's further down.
Columns.
So let's
Super resolution. Table 1, row 2 reference tab. Double tap.
Let's just
column
look
B
here.
column count hand. Row count handle. Selected.
Okay.
Table 1. Column A reference tab. Column B column C column B reference
Those
tab.
are the reference tabs, remember?
Table name. Table
Yeah,
1.
there it is. Table name.
Double tap to select the tables. Selected. Tape selected. Table name. Table 1.
And I'm going to double tap a second time so we can edit it.
Title. Heading.
And
done. D.
we're going to
Delta. Edit. Screen rec. Edit. Copy style. Tab. Format.
Can I
Title.
select it, or
Copies
don't I
tab.
need to?
Format. Done.
I guess I don't need to.
Cap I. Cap I. C E F E A.
Whoops, I misspelled it.
F R E A M.
Ice cream flavor
Space.
preference.
Tab ice cream. Cap F L A V O R space. Cap key R E F E R E N C E S. Done. Word. Prep tab ice cream.
I hear
Characters.
something at the beginning.
Cap T.
I got a tab.
A B B A. Cap T. Caps E
There we
C.
go.
Word. 1.
And I can take that out of there.
Delete. E.
Okay.
E space. Space.
Now,
E.
we'll hit,
S.
make it preferences plural and hit done.
Done.
So I've renamed the table. Now,
Selected. Title. Button. Table. Button. Share. Undo. Arrange. Font. Bold. Button.
let's get the formatting turned off here.
Arrange. Select table.
Which I think-
Share. Undo. Organized. Selected. Format. Button.
It's a matter of just,
Content
see,
hub.
it says,
Ice cream flavor.
notice it says selected format button. We want to deselect it.
Content hub. Selected. Format. Format.
All right, that takes the formatting
Organized table.
away.
Off.
Now we can go to the
Button.
right.
Undo. Ship more. New sheet. Selected. Ice cream flavors. Spreadsheet. 1 of
That's the sheet.
ice cream flavors. White background. Column count handle. 4 columns.
4 columns,
Adjustable.
exactly what we wanted.
Row count handle. 10 rows.
10 rows.
Selected. Ice cream flavor preferences. Less. 10 rows.
Okay, there's our ice cream flavor preferences, and that's the name of our table.
Column A reference tab. Column B selected. Table name. Ice cream flavor.
And I need to go into that again
Square
because I
is
accidentally
edited.
have something
Ice cream done.
in there I shouldn't have.
O R spit cap O E S E S L E S.
I forgot to delete part of that.
Sierra S E L.
Now it's correct. Done.
Sierra.
All right, one more time through this now. Let's see.
Super resolution. Ice cream flavors. Row count hand. Selected. Ice cream flavor preferences.
Perfect.
10
Go
rows.
to the right.
Column A reference tab.
Past the reference tabs.
Selected. Table name. Row 1 reference tab.
And one more time.
Double tap to select. Row header. Column header. Row 1. Column 1.
There's row 1,
Actions available.
column 1. We're going to call this flavor name. How do we enter text into a particular column and row, into a particular cell on this spreadsheet? This is a cell, right? It's row 1, column 1, or you might think of it as A1, and it's our first cell. How do we enter text into a cell? Well, the first thing you must do to work with a cell is to select it. So we have to double tap it one time, but when we double tap it one time, all that's going to do is it's going to select the cell. It's not going to let us type in it yet because there won't be a keyboard. You should remember this from our work with text boxes in Pages. When you double tap it one time, it selects it. Now you can move it, you can format it, different things of that nature. If you want to type in it, you have to double tap a second time to bring up the on-screen keyboard. So let's do that. Let's double tap once.
Selected. Double tap to edit.
Notice it says double tap to edit, so we will.
Selected. Text field is editing. Character
Now it says
mode.
it's editing.
Insertion point.
And let's
cap
type
L.
flavor name.
Cap F L A V O R space flavor cap N A M E.
Now, I can literally do one of several things here. If I want to make sure that that's properly executed into this cell, I can hide the keyboard with the hide button at the bottom right of the screen.
Hide keyboard. Double tap and hold, then drag up to
I really wouldn't have had to. I could just touch the next cell. We're going to go to the right, but let's tap up here near the upper middle of the screen.
Ice cream flavor row 5 empty flavor name row header row 6.
I got to go back. I'm on row 6.
Flavor name.
We don't want to be on row 6.
Table name.
Here we go.
Select double tap to selected flavor name row header column 1.
Now go to the right.
Double tap to select.
This
Column
is
header, column 2.
column 2.
Actions available.
And this is still the first row because it says column header, so it's B1 essentially. Or I mean, it's, excuse me, it's A2, right?
Selected. Flavor name. Double tap to select. Column header, column 2.
Double tap.
Actions available.
I think that's actually considered. I said it backwards and I confused myself. That should be B1. That's what it is. It's B1. It's at the top.
Double tap to select. Column.
Double
tap to edit.
Double tap again.
Selected.
This
Text
is
field,
number
cap N.
of girls.
Cap N U M B E R space O F space cap G I R L S.
Now, if by the way I press return, it's going to take me down to the next row. That's why I don't want to do that, because if I press the return key, it's going to go down and I'll be editing the next row instead of the next column. I need to go up to near the top of the screen, middle.
Ice cream.
And I need to
row 2 reference tab.
See.
Selected. Ice cream flavors. Spreadsheet. 1 ice row count handle up.
Now,
Column 0. Column.
what we want is
Selected. Is selected. Text field. Is editing. Number of girls. Selected.
There you go.
Text field.
Let's
hide keyboard.
hide the keyboard and let's
Double
go up
tap
here.
Ice cream table name.
It looks like
Row
you do
1
actually
reference
have to hide the
flavor
keyboard.
Selected. Number of girls.
So you have
flavor name. Row header. Column header. Selected. Number of girls. Double tap to select.
We can go
Selected.
over here
Flavor
and put
name. Row header. Row 1 reference. Selected. Number of girl. Double tap to select.
double tap to
Double
select.
tap to edit.
Double tap to edit.
Selected.
Number of boys.
Text cap N. Cap U M B E R space O F space cap B O Y S.
And then finally hide the keyboard.
Hide keyboard. Double tap and hold ice cream flavor.
Up near the
video.
top middle.
Ice cream. Column B reference tab. Number of girls. Selected. Number of boys. Double tap to select.
Now here's the total
Column
number.
header, column 4.
Double tap to
Double
select.
tap to
Double
edit.
tap to edit.
Selected.
Just
Text
put
field.
total.
Cap T O T A L.
And hide the keyboard. Now, that's how easy it is to work with the on-screen keyboard. But now we're going to switch things up and we're going to do this with the mechanical magic keyboard, because that is going to make things even easier. All right, keyboard's ready, and I'm going to touch the upper middle.
Ice cream. Row count handle. Upper left. Column A reference. Row 1. Flavor name. Row. Number of girls. Number of boys. Selected. Total. Row 2 reference tab. New sheet. Button. Selected. Ice cream flavors. Spreadsheet.
So we're going to be in row 2 now.
Row 1 select row 2 reference tab.
There's row 2.
Button. Selected. Ice cream flavors. Spreadsheet. 1 of 1. White 100 background.
All right.
Row count.
So again,
row 1. Row flavor name. Row header. Row 2. Column 1.
notice row 2.
Double number of girls. Empty cell. Column 2.
See?
Row flavor name. Row header. Row 2.
We're in
column
row
1.
2. Let's double tap on it.
Selected. Double tap to edit.
Double tap again.
Selected. Text field is edited.
And we're going to type strawberry.
Cap S A.
Whoops.
A W Y.
I am using the mechanical keyboard. Now, I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm going to press the right arrow key. And you heard it make some little noises. What did it actually do? Well, I'm going to tell you what it did. It took me to the next column. So that's how easy it is to move from column to column when you have the mechanical keyboard. You press the right arrow to move to the next column, the left arrow to move to the previous column, and you can use the up and down arrows to move to the previous or next rows, respectively. But we need to go to the next column to enter the number of girls that like strawberry. Now, for this time, to confirm that we are really in the correct column, we're going to go ahead and touch the on-screen anyway so I can show you.
Ice cream. Row count hand. Upper left. Column 8. Column.
So
select number of boys. Total. Empty cell. Row 3 reference.
Okay.
Row 2 reference tab. Flavor name. Strawberry. Row header. Row 2. Selected. Number of girls. Empty cell. Column 2.
Notice
Double tap to edit.
it said already that we are selecting row 2, and it does say double tap to edit, so I don't know if I can actually type the number of girls. We're going to make it 12 people total, and so maybe there are, let's say there are 4 girls that like strawberry, and I don't think I can type it until I double tap, right?
4.
Oh, no, I can. I did. Okay.
Selected. Text field is editing. 4. Insertion point at end.
Now, right arrow. How many boys like strawberry? Let's say 5.
5.
And I'm going to leave
4. Row 2.
the
column.
total. I'm going to leave the total blank. So let's show you on screen now.
Flavor name. Strawberry. Number of girls. 4. Column. Selected. Not selected. Text field. Selected.
And right now,
Ice cream. Row count. Up. Middle left. Selected. Ice cream flavor preferences.
see that?
Row 1 ref.
So there's your row 1.
Total. Column. Row 2 ref.
2.
Flavor name. Strawberry. Number of girls. 4. Selected. Not selected. Text field is editing. 5. Character.
And there's 5 boys that like that. All right. Now, if we go, if we want to, anytime we want to use the left and the right arrow keys, we can move from column to column. We can also go down with the down arrow. But what about if I actually want to enter text in a way that is editable? If I want to use the arrow keys to read what I've typed, maybe I misspelled something and I need to delete it. How do I get into more of an edit mode so that the left and right arrows are not moving me from column to column? And the answer is to press Option Enter or Option Return when you are on a particular cell. So let me show you that.
Ice cream. Row count. Upper left.
I'm swiping
Column.
on screen.
Row. Number of girls. Total. Row 2 ref. Flavor name. Strawberry. Selected. Number of girls. 4. Number of boys.
I moved back.
5.
There you go.
Total. Row 3 referenced. Flavor name. Row header.
All right, here's row 3. Let's double tap.
Selected. Double tap to edit.
And what I want to do now is I want to press the Option and Return.
Selected. Text field is editing. Insertion point at start. Cap C A O O F E E.
And now if I use the arrows,
T A L O C O H H O C O F A T E.
see, I typed chocolate, and you can actually read that with the arrow keys. So when you press Option Return, that's going to automatically put you into the cell edit mode where you can edit with the arrow keys instead of moving from column to column and row to row with the arrow keys. Now, if you want to cancel out of this and not execute it, you can press Escape. And if you want to accept it, I believe you can just press the return key. But I also think if you press Command Return, it's going to move you down. Let me try that once. Where did that put me?
Text field. Ice selected. Column count.
Let's take a look where that put us.
Row 1. Flip. Total. Row 3. Selected. Flavor name. Chocolate. Number of girls.
Okay, so the command return executed it, but did not move us. I think if you press return, it executes it, but it moves you down. And again, I don't want to go down because I want to go to the right. I want to do...
Selected. Flavor name. Chocolate. Number of girls. Selected. Double tap to edit. Selected.
Number of girls that like chocolate. We said there's 12 total. We've used up 4. Let's say there are 6 that like chocolate.
6.
Let's go to the right and say, for the boys, let's say there are 3 boys that like chocolate.
3.
And that's going to bring
row 3
us down to vanilla. So I'm going to go ahead down with the down arrow, but I'm not going to be on the correct row. I'm not going to be on the correct column because I just did the number of boys. So I'll go to the left a couple of times, and that should put me where I want to be. We'll check on the screen to be sure, make positively sure.
Number total. Row 3 referenced. Flavor name. Chocolate. Number of girls. 6. Number of boys. 3. Total. Empties. Row 4 referenced. Selected. Flavor name. Row header.
Yep, and
row
as
4.
you can see, I'm in exactly the right place. Praise God. We'll type vanilla.
Cap A.
And we'll use the right arrow. And how many girls are there left? Only 2.
2.
And then boys, there would be 4.
Vanilla. Row header. Row 4. 4.
Now, I really wouldn't have had to know that. I was trying to make it equal 12 on purpose. Wouldn't have had to do that, right? Certainly would not have had to. Now, we have completed the first phase of our spreadsheet. I'll just press an arrow key here to make sure that there's no editing happening now. So, what we have is we don't have totals, right? Let's look at this.
Table name. Ice cream.
I'm going to put the keyboard away because we want to be able to work with the on-screen now.
Ice cream. Row count. Up. Column 8. Column B. Total. Row 2. Reference tab. Selected. Ice cream flavors. Spread.
So let's go over here and see.
Number. Row 3. Reference tab. Flavor name. Chocolate.
Here was strawberry.
Flavor name. Strawberry. Number of girls. 4. Number of boys. 5.
Okay.
Total. Empty cell. Column 4.
Let's
Double tap to select.
double tap
Actions available.
on this empty total field.
Selected. Double tap to edit.
Now, of course, we can immediately edit this, but let's go to the bottom of the screen instead.
Cell action menu button.
And let's look at cell
Double
actions.
tap to open action menu.
And if we swipe to the left, by the way,
Cell act show keyboard button.
we have,
Ice cream flavors. White show keyboard button. Cell action menu
all right,
button.
show keyboard.
Double tap to open action menu.
Let's look at the action menu.
Cell action D2.
And that's, is that the one we,
Cut. D2.
that I want to be in, actually? Let me think. D2 is correct. Yeah, because that's the fourth column. And so,
Cut. Copy. Paste. Delete. Insert. Current date. Current time. New formula. Button. Stock quote. Button. Add comment. Button. Create pivot table. Copy snapshot. Quick formulas. Heading.
all right, I want to use quick formulas. I don't have to do this myself. I had the new formula button, but I just want to add the B2 plus the C2 to get a total for D2, and I'm going to bet that's here in the quick formulas.
Sum. Button.
Sum, that's exactly what we want.
Average. Minimum. Maximum. Count.
We can
Button.
pick sum, average, minimum,
Product.
all these
Button.
different choices, but I want sum.
Sum. Button. Keyboard. Selected. Formula result. 9. Row 2. Column 4.
Now, it's smart enough to
Double
know.
tap to edit.
It's smart enough to
Actions
know
available.
exactly what I wanted to do. Let's swipe to the left.
Number of boys. Number of girls. 4. Number of boys. 5.
Notice
Column
number
th-
of girls was 4, number of boys was 5, and indeed,
Selected. Total. Formula result. 9. Column 4.
that equals
Double tap to edit.
9. And
Actions
that's
available.
exactly what I want. But now, I want to make this formula go down to the other rows below it, so it can include chocolate and it can include vanilla. You understand? So I put my formula in here. Now, I don't think I probably should have put it in the header cell.
Number of girl. Row 2 reference total. Column header. Row 1. Column 4.
Yeah, I might have made a mistake there, guys, because I put it in not the header cell, and I don't know if it's going to work. Let's put it here.
Total. Column header. Row 1. Column. Selected. Double tap to edit.
Go down to the bottom,
Cell action menu.
and let's put it in this one.
D1. Current. New. Stock. App. Quick. Create pivot. Copies. Quick. Sum. Button.
All right,
Sum.
I put it there. So
Selected.
we may end up with one that's wrong because I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to autofill the 9. I think that may have caused a problem. I don't do this very often, as I told you. I have done it, but I don't do it often, and I think I needed to really put it in the header cell. Otherwise, we might autofill the number 9 everywhere, and we don't really want the number 9. We want it to actually be the correct sum in each thing. But I think this is still going to work now. So
Number. Selected. Formula result. 0.
that one
Column
is
header.
that
Column.
one is 0, which is correct because there were no numbers in B and C, right? But it's got the correct formula in there. So to autofill this down, instead of having to drag and paste and all other kinds of things, we can enter autofill mode. Now to do that, we'll use the keyboard.
Keyboard hidden.
And we will press Command \.
Entered autofill mode.
Now, we will very simply press the down arrow. And we will press it several times, and then when we're done,
Exited autofill mode.
we'll press the Command \. again.
Ice cream. Row count. Upper. Column C. Column. Number of girls. Row. Flavor. Number of boys. Formula result. 0. Row 3 reference tab.
Okay.
Num row flavor
So let's
name,
see if I
chocolate. Number of girls 6. Number of boys 3. Formula result 0.
Okay, it didn't. I must have done it wrong. Like I said, guys, I think I made a mistake. And I so
row 4 flavor name vanilla. Number of girls 2. Number of boys 4. Formula
yeah, it's not
result
gonna. It's
0.
not adding them up. I guess I did need to put it in the second one.
Flavor name.
So that's my fault.
Row 3
But
strawberry. Number of boys. Formula result selected. Double tap to add cell action menu.
see if we can get it back to what we
quick formula
what we wanted here.
selected. Formula result 9.
Okay,
Row 2.
now it's correct. So let's try and command backslash again. Yeah.
Entered autofill mode.
Hmm?
D3 autofilled.
Down arrow.
D4 autofilled.
Okay, it's filling.
D5 autofilled. D6 auto. D7 auto. D8 autofilled.
I'll take it all the way down in
D9
case we have that
autofilled.
many
D10 autofilled.
flavors, and then command backslash,
Exited autofill mode.
and let's see what it did.
Ice cream. Row count up. Column 8.
Let's take a look.
Row 2 reference. Flavor.
Hopefully it's
name,
right now.
Strawberry. Number of girls 4. Number of boys 5. Selected. Formula result 0.
Let's
Row
go
3
back to
reference
0.
tab. Flavor name. Chocolate. Number of girls 6. Number of boys 3. Selected. Formula
And you know
result.
what I think it is because I did it wrong the first time, and now it's messed up in every time that I try to do it, because when I'm filling the wrong formula, I probably would have to start over again to do that, and so that's my fault. But you can see
Row flavor
how
name.
to use the autofill. It's as easy as using command backslash and then just pressing the down arrow as many times as you want to fill that same formula. The problem is I started it at the wrong place, and then in order to correct that, I would have to go back in here and undo all of that. I don't know that I'm going to take the time to do it right now, because I'm more concerned that you see how it works. And you did see it work successfully. You saw that it added 4 plus 5, which equals 9. What I should have done is not gone back to that header cell. I thought I needed to. Really, I should have just stayed in that cell that had 9, and I should have auto-filled that formula down to the rest of the cells. And again, to do that, you're going to press command backslash to turn on the autofill mode.
Entered autofill mode.
And then just repeatedly press the down arrow by itself. No voiceover keys, no command, nothing. Just press the down arrow. And then when you're done as many times as you want to press it, you press command backslash.
Exited autofill mode.
And you are now finished. And that normally does work flawlessly. As I said, the problem was, just so you're aware of what happened, I thought I needed to go back and put that formula in the header cell. In reality, I should not have done that. I should have left things alone and just auto-filled it from there. So, I messed up the formula. But you also learned how to use the autofill mode, which was really the key point of this demonstration. So, this app is extremely powerful, and I want to review these keyboard commands with you one more time, because it's really going to be a lot easier to use it with the keyboard. You can certainly do it on screen by touch and simply swiping left and right. Double tap once to select a cell, double tap a second time to actually edit the cell. But it's a lot easier with the keyboard. Simply double tap on the cell where you want to begin, or you could VO space on it, type the information in that particular cell, and then press the right arrow to go to the next column. Press the left arrow to go to the previous column. And then, of course, you can use the down arrow for the next row and the up arrow for the previous row. If you want to go into cell edit mode, where you can edit with the arrow keys instead of moving from column to column and row to row, when you're on the cell you want to begin editing, you press Option Return. Option Return will bring up the edit mode so that now when you use the arrow keys, you can move character by character, or you can use option left and option right to move word by word, just like when you are, in a word processing document or something. Same idea there. And when you've typed what you want, you can execute it by pressing command return. And command return will execute it without actually moving you. It'll leave that same cell selected. If you want to cancel, you can press escape. And then the other keyboard command that we learned was for the autofill mode, to fill the formula all the way down the sheet, or as many rows down as you want to. It's up to you. But again, you find the first cell with the formula, and here's where I made a mistake. I went to the wrong cell. But normally, you find the correct cell with the formula and press command backslash, not option, command backslash. That starts the autofill mode. You'll hear VoiceOver say this.
Entered autofill mode.
Press the down arrow as many rows as you want to fill, and then command backslash again.
Exited autofill mode.
And it's as easy as that. So those are some keyboard commands to help you with numbers. There are others, and again, you can explore this. We have a full menu bar here.
Monday, May 11th. Step menu bar. Window controls. Numbers. File. Edit. Insert. Table. Organize. Format. Arrange. View. Window. Help.
Look
Button.
at all those different options. Let's look at insert, for example.
Table. Insert. Button. Sheet. Shift. Command. In. Button. Form. Control. Command. In. Button. Line break. Dimmed. Button. Column break. Dimmed. Page number. Dimmed. Page count. Date and time. Tables and charts. Shape. Media. Drawing. Highlight. Comment. Shift. Formula. Button. Collapsed. Equation. Option. Command. E. Dismiss context menu.
And there was
button.
even formula under here, too, in the insert menu.
Formula. Formula. Collapsed. Sum. Button.
Let's just look at that. Sum.
Average. Minimum. Maximum. Count. Product. Stock quote. New formula. Dimmed. Dismiss context menu.
Again,
button.
all those same choices. So this
Selected.
is a fully functional spreadsheet app. It is very, very powerful. It also supports all the same things Pages does with regards to the Content Hub, with regards to collaboration, iCloud syncing, of course, real-time collab with others, exporting to other formats, PDF, Excel, and so on. And so this is really, really a fantastic app for creating spreadsheets. But we're not done yet for today. Let's go back.
Zoom. Video. Close. Button. Number of girls. Flip. Row 7 ref. Zoom.
Okay.
Video.
So,
Invite. Close. Button.
there's my Zoom
Number.
window. I don't want that.
Selected.
I want my
Number of.
other screen here. Go back. Because the picture-in-picture window's up, I'm going to do it this way.
Back button.
Now,
Numbers.
we're going to do one other app for today, just very briefly, and it's going to be the Apple Keynote app. Now, with the Keynote app, we can create multimedia presentations. Think slideshows. You want to show your marketing strategy, right, to your business, and these are the top 10 points about our new marketing strategy, or this is, a presentation of some sort. We even use these sometimes in church services with lyrics to worship music, although nowadays there are apps that handle that, so it's fewer and farther between that people use things like Keynote or PowerPoint to do that, but it's sort of something we always did. We use them in class a lot to create presentations. So I'm going to just show you this app very briefly because it's fully accessible, and I just want you to see a taste of it.
App level. Numbers. Clock. 3. Apple Store. Keynote.
There we
Double
go.
Keynote.
Now I've got existing Keynote presentations here.
Titanic survivor / victim list. Keynote file 5/12/25.
That was a presentation I did for a class about the Titanic. It's the survivor and victim list.
TTJ 2025 test presentation.
There's a test presentation.
Space race presentation.
There's a presentation about the space race. I can't show you that because it's got music in it that's not royalty free, and we're doing this on a podcast episode, of course, and so we would be violating copyright law, so I don't want to do that. But if I were to play this for you, you would see that you can really do a lot of really cool things. I'm just going to go ahead and create a very simple one here.
Faith. Titanic. Search. More. Remote. Browse. Shared. Selected. Recents. Toggle sidebar. Start an outline. Button.
We don't want to start an outline. What we want to do is
Choose a theme. Button.
choose a theme for a new presentation.
Cancel button.
As with numbers and pages, you have a ton of premium content and you have a lot of templates here. I'm just going to pick one
Cap C.
to save time.
Contain screen recognition. Verb heading. Choose a theme. Recents. Heading.
Let's just pick a recent. And I do ask you to excuse the puppy barking there. She sees somebody eating and she would like to be part of it.
See all button. Dynamic color. Dark text on light pink and cool moving backgrounds.
Let's just use that one. For the sake of time, we're just going to double tap.
Dynamic color. Cancel button. View options button.
I am going to rename this just so I can keep track of it.
View option selected. Slide 1. Toolbar. Back. Presentation. Actions menu button.
Notice it's just called presentation, so I'm going to rename that.
Image. Present. Rename button. Text field is editing. Selection delete cap T hyphen cap T 2 6.
And press return. You can see what I've called it.
Body. Title. Undo. Insert. Play.
Here's the name.
TTJ Class Test 2026. Actions menu.
Now,
button.
at the very top of this screen is actually your slide navigator. I only have one slide right now.
View options button.
So you have view options.
Selected. Slide 1. Text. Level 0 button.
And notice
Actions available.
there's only one slide here, okay? If you swipe up or down,
Duplicate. Skip slide. Transition. Edit slide layout. Clean up slide. Activate. Default.
and so there's only one slide. To the right of that,
Toolbar. Add slide button.
there's the Add Slide button, and that's going to allow us to add more slides. Right now, we need to add information to this first slide, so let's keep swiping right,
Back button.
and this is going to now look very familiar.
TTJ Class Test 2026. Actions menu. Play button.
There's the button to play your actual slideshow when you're ready,
Clean up slide button.
and we're not going to deal with that right now.
Super resolution.
Yeah, there-
Dimmed button. Insert table or chart. Insert shape. Insert media. Content hub.
See,
button.
told you it's going to sound very familiar.
Format button. Undo. Dimmed. Share button.
So,
More button.
let's go past all that for now.
Canvas. Title. Presentation title. Text box. Presentation title.
These,
223 points close to selection's bottom right corner. Double tap to select.
again, that,
Size. 1730.0 points wide. 366.0 points tall. Position. Horizontally centered. 18.8% from top. Swipe up or down to select a custom action.
I'm going to stop that. That gives you a lot of information here. These templates have built-in elements on the slides already. This one has the title of the presentation, and then below it, if I swipe to the right, you're going to notice,
Body. Presentation subtitle. Text box.
and again, I would, if I let it read, it would tell me the size and the width and everything. And to the right of that,
Text box. Author and date. Text.
and that's it. There's an author and date little text box as well. So let's go ahead and fill these out. Our presentation title, let's say it's a title of, let's say this presentation is about the iPad class. So let's go back to the left.
Title. Presentation title.
Again, we double tap once to select. And once it's selected,
Selected. Title. Presentation.
we double tap a second time to edit.
Selected. Title. Presentation title.
Now-
Text box. Text field is editing.
See, it's editing. I still have the keyboard out so I can type all about
Cap.
iPad for all computing.
G.
All right, let's swipe to the right.
Body. Presentation subtitle.
Let's do that one. Double tap.
Selected. Body.
Double tap again.
Selected. Body.
And let's say a deep dive into the iPad.
Cap space.
A deep dive
space.
into
Space.
iPad
Space.
concepts.
Caps. S.
Go to the right.
Text box. Author and date.
There's the author and date. Double tap to select.
Selected.
Double tap to edit.
Select.
And I'll just put MGV 2026.
Cap 2 6.
Now, let's look at these.
Title. Text box. All about iPad for all computing.
To the right.
Body. Text box. A deep dive into iPad concepts.
One more time.
Selected. Text box. Text field is editing. MGV 2026.
And you might remember if I want to deselect that without making any changes, that option is in the rotor.
Deselect all.
Double tap so I can deselect. All right, so we could add another slide way over here on the left.
Pick Keynote. Toolbar. Add slide button. Title button.
What kind of slide do I
Swipe
want?
up or down.
There are different choices. I can have a title slide.
Title and photo button.
Title and photo.
Title and photo alt button.
All right, keep going.
Title and bullets button.
Title and bullets. And that one is not going to have a photo placeholder, but I can add a photo anyway if I want to. That's not a problem.
Bullets button. Title, bullets, and photo.
Let's use that one because it already has the photo placeholder. So we've got title, bullets, and photo.
View options button.
All right, let's look at the boxes here.
Text box. Aerial view of title. Slide title. Text box. More.
Okay.
Canvas.
What's the slide title going to be? Why we should take the iPad class or something like that. Let's double tap.
Selected. Title.
It's selected. Double tap again.
Selected. Title.
Why I should.
Cap WHY space D cap space cap S.
Why I should take the class. Okay, go to the right.
Aerial view of colorful tulip fields. Image. 95 points close to selection's bottom right corner. Use the actions rotor to add to selection. Size 859.6 points wide, 881.0 points tall. Position 50% from left, vertically centered. Swipe up or down to select a custom action, then double tap to activate. More content available. A colorful rug with a striped design.
Now, that is right in the middle of the presentation slide. So we've got to have a good photo there. And it said vertically centered and 50% from left. That's how we know it's right in the middle. If I double tap on that, there's going to be an option to replace it. You remember this from Pages, right?
Selected. Aerial view. Close button. Super resolution. Increase the sharpness and detail of the selected image.
All right, that's just a tip. We'll close that.
Close button.
Go to the right. Now listen.
Selected. Aerial replace image button.
There's the button where you can replace the image. You can take a photo or video. You can choose from your photo library. You can even have one created for you with AI. Let's keep going to the right.
Middle right image. Lower left. Lower text box. Slide subtitle.
There's a subtitle, and what I'm doing, I'm not going to bother with replacing the image because I've shown you how to do that in Pages extensively. It's exactly the same in Keynote. It's literally no different. So I'm not even going to get into all of those steps. If you want to go back and see them, go listen to the Pages tutorials that we did. But here's the subtitle.
Body, slide bullet text. Text box.
And there's the bullet text.
Body.
So
text box. Selected.
Here's the subtitle.
Text box. Slide subtitle. Text field. Selected.
Reasons to enroll.
Space. Cap. Space. Enroll.
Okay. Now go to the right.
Body. Slide. Selected. Body.
Double tap.
Slide bullet text.
Double tap again.
Text box.
These are our bullets.
Selected. Body.
Okay. Let's say learn the iPad with VoiceOver. Press return.
Bullet. New list item.
Here's another one. Master iPad OS.
Cap D. Cap S.
Another bullet.
Bullet. New list.
Use iPad with Mac and iPhone. And press return again.
Bullet. New list item.
And let's say learn to work with others. And one more bullet.
Bullet. New list.
Replace traditional computer if you choose. Alright, so if you now read this entire slide,
More.
left to right,
Canvas. Title. Text box. Why I should take the class. Aerial view of colorful tulip fields.
there's our photo,
Text box. Reasons to enroll.
there's our subtitle, here's the bullets.
Selected. Body. Text box. Text field. Is editing. Learn the iPad with VoiceOver. Master iPad OS. Use iPad with Mac and iPhone. Learn to work with others. Replace traditional computer if you choose.
Now,
insertion point at end.
all of the stuff you've learned before, text navigation, spell check, formatting, all of those things apply. It's exactly the same. For example,
Aerial.
let's go to the title.
Title.
Double tap to select, double tap to edit.
Insertion point at end. Class.
If I want to check
Title is small.
the attributes, I can do the 3-finger tap, or I can press Control-Option-T so I can see what the format of this title text is.
Title is small. Helvetica Neue, 85 point, line spacing, 0.8, dark magenta pink 32, bold, natural alignment.
Okay, so it's a specific paragraph style known as title small. You also heard that it is absolutely huge. What did it say that the size was of the font? Let's listen again.
Title is small. Helvetica Neue, 85 point.
Yeah, 85 points. That is huge. Absolutely huge. And let's listen.
Line spacing, 0.8, dark magenta pink 32, bold, natural alignment.
It's bold, but it's natural aligned, so we could center it if we wanted to. It's magenta pink was the color, and it's the Helvetica Neue. It's the default font. But now notice how big that is. Notice it's absolutely huge, and it's a different color. It's magenta pink. Presumably that is done on purpose to match the colors of the theme that we are using. Again, we have a format button over here. If we wanted to format all of this, I'm not going to show you that because it is exactly the same as in Pages. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use Keynote. Over here on our left is the slide navigator.
Super cleanup play. TTJ back button. Toolbar. Add slide button.
To the left.
Selected. Slide 2. Why I should take the class. Slide 1. All about iPad.
There's slide 1. We could double tap on it.
Selected. Slide 1.
And then another thing that we can do is we can add sound effects. We can add more photos. Let's look at the let's look at insert media just very quickly.
Insert media button. Browse content hub.
So we can browse the content hub.
Choose photo or video.
Of course, that's from our own library.
Take photo or video.
And that's from our camera.
Record audio.
We can record audio, so we can record like a narration into this slideshow.
Add live video.
Okay, add live video. What is that? That allows you to actually have a picture-in-picture window of either yourself or someone else in the room. And it's really useful if you are demonstrating something and you want to show what you are actually doing. It's actually going to use your front-facing camera. You can switch it to the back camera or even somebody else in the room who is connected. And so that's a live video.
Add web video.
You can add web video like from YouTube or Vimeo.
Add image gallery.
Is there still Vimeo? I don't even know. Add image gallery is cool because you can create an element that offers multiple images. I have that in a Titanic presentation where I have a whole bunch of images in one gallery, and you can literally just swipe through those images when you're presenting.
Choose file.
And of course we can choose a file.
Add drawing.
We can add a drawing. We can draw right on this slideshow with our Apple Pencil.
Add equation.
Or our finger.
Add equation.
All right, let's get out of this.
View.
The other thing that this supports is a soundtrack. And a soundtrack is like you can pick an Apple Music song and have it playing in the background throughout multiple slides, like across all of the slides in your slideshow. It can just keep playing this music, the soundtrack. And I won't demonstrate that due to, copyright reasons. I might be able to find something royalty free, but you get the idea. This is done under your presentation options. And so to find those, you tap on the name of the presentation.
Selected. Slide.
The actions button.
Clean up. Insert shape.
Whoop.
Play.
I
TTJ
missed
Class
it.
Test
There it
2026. Actions menu.
And listen.
Image. Share. Button.
That's where you can share.
Keynote presentation. Presentation options. Button. Collapsed.
That's what I'm going to show you in a
Double
minute.
tap. Rename. Move. Export. Button. Print. Button. Tab. Print.
So
Move.
let's show you
Button.
presentation options.
Rename. Presentation options. Presentation options. Collapsed. Presentation setup. Button.
Okay.
Presentation type. Button.
Presentation type. What's that? Well, I can have this I can have it be basically a kiosk, like a self-running presentation where it automatically goes from slide to slide.
Soundtrack. Button.
There's the soundtrack option.
Show slide numbers. Button. Set password. Button. Set password.
And that's
button.
it. Now, we'll get out of that.
Title. View.
And I also want to show you the More button.
Play. clean up, content, format, button, undo, share, more, button, reading view, button, find, animate, rehearse slideshow, button.
Rehearse slideshow is a way of having like presenter notes. You can actually have a second screen experience. Let's say you're showing this over AirPlay or even over an HDMI cable onto a projector or something. You can have a presenter display on your iPad, complete with notes and so on, and then the people, of course, watching the presentation on the other screen would just see the slides.
Keynote remote, button.
And Keynote remote, there is a way to actually use your iPhone, your Apple Watch as a remote control to control the presentation on your iPad. You can use your iPad as a remote to control a Keynote presentation on your Mac. All of this can be done. And so this Keynote remote option from within the presentation allows us to start the control from another device. So I'll show you where to find the other part of that.
Settings.
And of
button.
course your settings.
Help. Button.
And help. So
Tab,
we will
help,
get out of that
button.
too.
Collapsed. View
This
option.
is a really powerful app. You can actually even have multiple presenters. You can use Keynote in apps like FaceTime and Zoom and others for showing your presentation online in a video conference, and you can have multiple people presenting together. When you have a collaborative presentation, that becomes an option. So you would start the collaboration first, as we've demonstrated before, and then you can actually have multiple people presenting at the same time and controlling the slideshow. Really, really powerful. You can animate your slides. So if, for example, here,
selected. Slide 1. All about iPad for all computing. Level 0.
I can swipe up or down.
Duplicate. Skip slide. Transition. Edit slide. Cleanups. Drag. Activate.
So I could choose transition, and
Slide 2. Toolbar. Add slide.
of course we saw
Back button.
add slide.
TTJ. Play. Cleanup slide. Super resolution. Insert table or chart.
You can insert those
Play.
things.
TTJ class test 2020.
Go in here.
Present. Rename. Move. Export. Print.
That's the
presentation options.
Okay.
Keynote presentation.
That's the actions button.
Share button. TTJ class image.
And I
Black
think
TTJ class image.
Is there anyone
TTJ
other? Let me see. Go back here a minute.
play.
Get out of that.
TTJ class view selected. Slide 1. Slide toolbar. Ads. Back button. TTJ class play. Clean. Insert.
Did we do
insert
more? We
content,
did more, right?
Format. Undo. Share. More.
We did more.
Reading view. Reading. Animate.
Animate.
Button.
That's what I wanted to show you. Animate. Let's just go in here a second.
Entered animation mode. Tap a slide or object to add an animation. Selected. Slide 1. All about iPad.
All right, so slide 1 is already selected. If we
Animate slides and objects.
swipe to
Heading.
the right,
Undo. Button. Play. Build order. Button.
we can change the build order.
Canvas. Touch body. Text. Animation. Canvas.
Now.
Animation chooser. Add transition. Button.
We can add a transition.
Double. Add transition. Animation
And let's
chooser.
do that.
Add transition.
Let's
Button.
animate this thing a little bit.
Double tap to show animation options.
So let's look at this.
Selected. Add back. Button.
All right.
Animation chooser. Selected. None.
There's
Button.
none right now.
Double tap to select animation.
Go to the right.
Automatic. Button. Reveal. Button. Magic move. Button. Clothesline. Confetti. Dissolve. Drop. Droplet. Fade and move. Fade through color. Grid. Iris. Move in. Push. Reveal.
Tons of choices. So let's just say fade through color.
Grid. Fade through color. Flip. Selected. Slide 1. All about iPad. Slide 1. Why I should take the class. Selected. Slide 1. All of. Slide 2.
Now.
Toolbar. Add confetti. Button. Dissolve.
All these
Button.
choices are still here.
Swing. Swing.
But
selected.
There is
Slide
a
1. Slide.
back button
Toolbar. Toolbar.
and a done button.
Twirl. Twist. Object cube.
So we're
Button.
going to choose done.
Can't build order. Can't play. Undo. Animate. Done. Button. Done. Exited animation mode. View options.
Now we have a build on our slide.
Selected.
So
slide 2 tool. Add slide. Back button. TTJ class test 2. Play.
We're going to play it. Now, let me just see.
Share. More. Canvas. Title. Text box. All about iPad for all computing.
There's the title. Up here
223.
at the top left,
Picture and step. Title.
what we have,
Play. TTJ. Back. Toolbar. Slide 2. Selected. Slide 1. All about iPad for all computing. Level 0. Button.
and now if you swipe up or down, you have these actions.
Drag slide. Clean up slide. Edit slide layout. Transition. Skip slide. Duplicate. Activate.
All right.
Default.
We could also add a sound effect. And maybe I'll do that. Just so you get the idea. What can I add here very quickly before we play this thing?
More. Share. Insert media.
Let's just do choose
content
file.
Add web. Add image. Choose file.
Maybe I can find a royalty-free sound
Cancel
effect real
button.
quick here.
More. Recents. Button. Selected. BB-
I've worked with some recently.
MVP.
How about,
Stadium. iPad 20. Stadium crowd applause.
well, that's fine. Stadium crowd applause. Not really what I necessarily want, but we'll use it.
Selected. Stadium crowd applause. Audio. 5/.
All right, I've selected it.
Beep. MVP. Search. Icon. Open. But.
Open.
Open. Selected. Stadium. Selected. Stadium crowd applause.
Now, I'm going to look here.
Title. Text box. Selected. Stadium crowd applause.
It's the second thing in my slideshow, and I will say this. It's selected.
Body. Selected. Stadium crowd applause. Audio.
So we can format it
Drag item.
by swiping up.
Deselect all format.
And if we choose format, we're going to have options like looping. Let's just look at this.
View options. Selected. Selected. Audio. Arrange.
All right, look at this.
Repeat. Selected. None.
Repeat is none.
Loop.
Loop.
Loop back and forth.
Loop back and forth.
Description.
Okay,
Button.
we don't need a description.
Start on tap. Switch button. On.
Start on tap means
Double
we
tap.
have to tap on it to start it, or we can swipe to it.
Play across slides. Switch button. On.
That's on too, so even if
Double
we
tap to top.
change the slide, it's supposed to continue.
Play across
And we're
slide.
just going to swipe out. All right.
Play across canvas. Title. Title. Selected. Stadium. Body.
So it's
text
the
box.
second thing. It should work.
Content hub. Button.
So what we're going to do
Selected. Format.
is we're going to deselect the format button,
Format.
and that is now hidden.
Undo.
Okay? So we're going to play this entire slideshow. It's very short. When you're playing the slideshow, you move through slides and through builds with a 3-finger swipe. You swipe from right to left to go to the next one. It's like changing pages. If you want to, well, let me just start with that. That's enough info to start. Let's
Format. Clean. Play. Button.
double tap on play.
Play. Title. Text box. All about iPad for all computing.
Now,
Actions available.
3-finger swipe to the left.
Slide 1. All about iPad for all computing.
3-finger swipe to the left.
Body. Text box. Learn the iPad with VoiceOver. Master iPad OS.
This is slide 2.
Text box. Reasons to enroll. Aerial view of.
Okay, that's the second slide. That's all showing up on the screen now. If we wanted to change that so they didn't all show up at the same time, we could go into the transitions and we could change the build order, and each of these things could be formatted to only appear when we tap on them, and then we'd have to swipe with 3 fingers to reveal each bullet or what have you. You could do multiple text boxes. There's a lot of ways to customize this. When you're done viewing the slideshow, you can 2-finger scrub, or we can just do another 3-finger swipe to the left.
A rug with a view options. Button.
And we're back. Now, I want to play the show one more time because I want to show you one other thing.
Slide 1. Selected. Toolbar. Back button. TTJ. Play. Button. Play. Title. Text box.
When this is showing, you can swipe up or down with 1 finger.
Show slide navigator. Activate.
And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to show the slide navigator? Maybe you want to jump to a particular slide. Maybe you've got 35 slides in this thing. You want to jump to slide number 9. So you can actually show the slide navigator while the show is playing. But again, I'll just swipe.
Slide 2. Why I should take the class.
And
View
now
options.
we're going to scrub to get out of it, because I didn't want to play the whole show again. But basically, that's the other thing you can do, is to show the slide navigator while the slideshow is playing, while it's actually running. Now, again, we can share this. We can share it as a movie, And when you share it as a movie, it can be uploaded to YouTube. You can predetermine the transition lengths, how long each slide is going to stay up on the screen. There's a lot of benefits to this app. It is one that I don't use every day, but when I have the opportunity, I really, really enjoy using it. Praise God. It's a lot of fun and really powerful. And of course, you're just seeing a fraction of it. If I had one that, I didn't have copyrighted music in, I would show you a longer one to demonstrate it, but I think you've got the idea. So we will
View options. Back button.
we will go
Video.
back. We will go back to Zoom.
Call in progress. Button. Status of app switcher. Keynote. Number. Zoom. Act. Zoom.
Thanks for joining today's session. Didn't get your question answered? Have an additional comment or feedback? Email us info@ttjtech.biz or info@stiritup.com. And remember, stir is spelled with a U. That's STURITUP.com. Or check out our websites for additional resources. That's ttjtech.biz or stiritup.com. And remember, subscribe to the newsletter when you're there. That way, you don't miss out on any upcoming announcements or events. Thanks for joining us. God bless, and see you next time.